Welcome to the Big Leaf Mahogany Growth and Yield Model. In this video, we are going to teach you how to upload your own spatial diameter data using the user spreadsheet method as specified by the user manual. This method is appropriate for you if you have tree diameter values measured in centimeters and XY coordinates or geospatial data measured in either UTM, meters, or decimal degrees. If your XY coordinates are measured in degrees, minutes, seconds, we suggest you use this website to convert to decimal degrees. We're going to walk you through the steps necessary for formatting your data file so it's compatible with the user model. If you don't follow these steps carefully, you won't be able to import your own data into the model. It's a very particular process, and you should follow every single one of these steps very, very, very carefully. The first thing that we need to do is eliminate all of the unnecessary attributes. The import process only requires the x coordinates, the y coordinates, and the diameter values. So all of these other attributes are actually unnecessary. So if you have any similar attributes that aren't x, y, and diameter, you need to eliminate those. So we are going to delete these columns. And we're going to rename our diameter attribute diam. You can name it whatever you want. We're only doing that for clarity here. The next step is we're going to take our entire spreadsheet and we're going to justify it left. And then we're going to go to Format, Cells, Number, and we're going to add 2 decimal places to our values. Now, the last thing we're going to do is make sure that our columns are in this order: X, Y, diam. This is absolutely necessary, so make sure that your columns are also in this order: X, Y, diam. The last step is to delete this header column. So we delete this header column, and now all we have is numbers. So we're going to take this spreadsheet, we're going to File, Save As, and we're going to save this as a text file. So you're going to scroll down to Text, Tab Delimited. You're going to choose this option, and you're going to make sure that you have that .txt file extension. I'm going to save this to the desktop for right now. So it's going to give you this warning, and you're going to just say yes. So now, I have this file located, this text file located on my desktop. But I actually want to move it into the user folder. So I'm going to move my file. Let's see, we're going to open the user folder, and we're going to move that file spatial/text/demo into, oh, I just need to close this. And I'm going to move that into this folder. Now, I'm going to go back to the growth and yield model. I'm going to, before we've been simulating example populations, but now we're going to pick among the user populations. So I'm going to pick user population XYD, meaning this is a user population in which we have X, Y, and diameter data. Then we're going to come over here to the data upload panel, and we're going to type in the name of that file that we just placed in the user folder. So in my case, this file is called spatial/text/demo.txt. Make sure you name your file here, and remember, this file has to be in the user folder of the model folder. This file, the diam attribute name is unnecessary unless we're putting in a shape file, so we can ignore that. The next thing, it's necessary to put in the width of your site and the height of your site in meters. So if you know this, you can put this in. If you don't know this, you're going to have to prepare some sort of estimate of site width and site height. These are absolutely necessary parameters. So I know that the width of my site is 1,216 meters, and the height of my site is 1,702 meters. Now we're going to specify a patch area. This just determines the resolution of the output landscape. And we suggest that you just put in a patch area of 1 so that it will be drawn within this space. Later, if we need to reduce or increase the patch area size, we'll be able to use this resize button, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So now that we have the the file name, the site width, the site height, and the patch area, we're ready to set up our site using the user population x by d method. So I'm going to click setup, and our site is drawn right there. You see that's actually identical to the 204 population I had before, but this time it's drawn without the plot boundary and rivers. So this is pretty small. We want to be able to increase this. So the way you do that is you come over here and say, okay, I'm going to increase the patch area a little bit, and you increase it by an increment of 0.5 and hit resize. Get a little bit bigger. I think we can continue to make it bigger. Let's make it 2.5. 2.5 is good. So that's what you do if you want to increase it. Sometimes, say yours got drawn really big, so it looks like that, you can do the opposite. You can reduce it down. So it looks like 2.7 would be an appropriate size for us, and this population is now ready to be simulated. So that is how you simulate, that is how you import data from a user, you import data from your own file, and just remember that the critical steps are making sure your coordinates are in meters or in decimal degrees, that your diameters are in centimeters, and that your original data file is arranged with the columns in X, Y diameter order, and that you remove your header from the file, and that you save as a text file, and that you place that text file inside the user folder. Then specify the file name, the site width, the site height, and the patch area. If you have any more questions about this is a difficult process, please refer to the user manual or contact one of the authors.